Hello, biohackers. Good afternoon. I wanted to talk about the recent Biohackers World Conference that was down in Miami. I actually went down to the conference, and if you haven't been to one of the biohacking events, it's a amazing experience. They have about 50 different sponsors and booths that were set up, and it was in downtown Miami at the Hyatt, which there was loads of good restaurants you could walk to. The Hyatt Hotel was a bit older, but the actual conference was there at the Hyatt Hotel, which made it really convenient. There was about 15 different speakers that are in the biohacking space, along with all the exhibits. But what I was going to do is go through some of the exhibits and talk about what really stood out. And the one thing about the Biohackers World Conference and Expo, it's relatively affordable. You can, right now, if you want to look at tickets for the next one, which is coming up in Los Angeles, you can purchase a ticket for $97 and just book your hotel and flight, or if you're in the area, it's super affordable compared to like RadFest or Dave Asprey's biohacking conference that he does, which is several $1,000s. And this gives you an opportunity to actually talk to people that own the companies that have the exhibits set up. But I wanted to point out some of the exhibitors, but if you go to the Biohackers World /events, and I'll put it in the notes for the video, you can see they have a conference in Los Angeles that I mentioned, Miami, which I just got back from, and then you have one that's going to be in Austin. But some of the exhibitors, this was really cool. Dr. Bodman, he is a hair restoration specialist, and he's actually doing the hair restoration for Dave Asprey. What was cool at their booth, they had a scanner, so they would scan the top of the head, and they would tell you what your hair follicle status was, whether or not it was green, whether it was healthy, whether it was yellow, which is being stressed, or if it was red, where it was in a stage of falling out. And then they also, you could sign up with a free consultation with Dr. Bodman. That was a great experience. It was free. The next exhibit, this was really cool. It's a red light therapy lounger, and the CEO is a gentleman named Dr. Barry Warrington. It's really cool. I saw somebody laying on it with it turned on, and you can see the light itself being emitted from the lounger, that it's almost like the body is transparent and the light itself is flowing through the person. When I was sitting on it, it heated up your core temperature, so it warmed your body up while it helps with inflammation. But it's a really comfortable lounging device, and the CEO, Barry, is a really friendly, great person to get to know, to explain and show the energy lounger. If you get a chance, go down and check it out. The another expo is it's Lila Quantum Technology, which it's worth researching. I have one of the devices right here. It helps block EMF, and inside of the capsules, they have charged balls. Still, I guess it's still, but that are inside of it. So it helps. It's charged. Their devices are charged with different frequencies to help with healing, or to help restore the body's vibrational frequency. That was really cool. It's worth looking up the team on YouTube and listening to some of their podcasts, especially Ian Mitchell or Philip, just to hear about how amazing and phenomenal these new devices are. Can't help but recommend them. The other thing that's really stood out is bone broth. Now, a lot of people will go to the grocery store and get bone broth, but this is a really high-end, basically source of bone broth. And bone broth helps with collagen. It's superior to like these collagen shakes or collagen powders. Bone broth itself helps the gut lining restore itself. It's phenomenal for hair growth. The story and background to the company itself is a woman named Melissa Bologna. She's fascinating. She's an actress that had her own health struggles, and she looked into bone broth to help heal the gut. And with her, she went out and she sourced the like the organic, pure, both chicken and bone broth sources. So this is like a premium line of bone broth. You typically would purchase one of their packets, and then you just add warm or hot water with it. It's really good. It's flavorful. It's bone broth. It takes a while to get used to it, but it has some amazing health benefits to it. So let's look at some of the other. Let's go to, there we go. So a lot of the expo, the different events, they had PEMF exhibits. This is just one of them. It's called Pulse PEMF. What was amazing about their devices is if you look at their device, it's huge. It's just it's several $1,000s per unit. I think it's around 15,000. It's and then they have these mats that you lay on that the electromagnetic pulse will flow through. But I guess the distinction with these mats is you physically feel the electric pulse when it goes through the body itself. It really kind of like flows through the body itself, but you feel it. You feel it going through you. It's not something that you lay on that you might be able to sense the vibration. These are pulsating magnetic frequency waves that you can really feel. I would say the main exhibit with both the speaker, the founder, Dr. Patrick Porter, I think this is some of the greatest technology that we have access to right now. It's called the Brain Tap device. I use one on a nightly basis. It has, it's absolutely, perfect to help you fall asleep. I'll do a second video on how to biohack and access some of the sessions specifically for certain objectives. But the Brain Tap device itself, it works with, both hypnosis, and then it has, subliminal messages that go down to the, subconscious level. To help programming from everything from public speaking to becoming a better communicator to boosting sales. And they combine it with, if you can see on the inside of the Brain Tap device right here, it shoots light photons, which activates the neurogenesis or the nerve cells inside the brain itself while they're doing the hypnosis. It helps grow new neurons by the photon emission with the combination of the hypnosis, which Dr. Patrick Porter does a lot of the sessions, but they have just a huge catalog of different programs for everything from weight loss, like I said, to if you're working on your personality when it comes to confidence or communication. But it also has sessions for meditation, which I use for getting into delta, theta, and recently I've been doing gamma sessions. Another PEMF exhibit is Dr. Pollock. If you have heard of PEMF, I would suggest looking up Dr. Pollock. He is like a world-renowned both educator. He's got an excellent book on PEMF, their mats, their technology, and he was actually at the booth where you could walk up and talk to him and ask him questions and lay down on their devices. It was that was the greatest thing about the Biohackers World Expo, is the access to both the equipment and the owners of the company to talk to them about the different devices. Now, the next one was Ageless by Quantum. This technology it's interesting that everything in the universe vibrates at a particular frequency. Even in the human body, the bones, the joints, your cells, everything vibrates at a frequency. With their device and with some of the other ones, you see how you're laying your hands, or the model is laying their hands on these plates. It sends an electrical pulse and it scans the body's cells, and it does a thorough scan to see what in the body is out of coherence, because they've documented what a healthy either tissue, organ, or even viruses and bacteria emit a particular frequency. So they can scan the human body and they can pick up on the resonant frequencies of what is vibrating both out of coherence, and then they can pick up on both viruses, bacteria, microtoxins, because it all has a vibrational energy signature. So this device scans the body and then it pulls out a complete report about what is out of alignment or out of coherence, and then it sends an electrical pulse back through the body to help optimize and harmonize the body's frequency. This is the future of medicine, but it's not only the future of medicine. This is you go back to Nikola Tesla with pulse electromagnetic frequency. He used a mechanical oscillator, but vibrational frequency goes back to Pythagoras. It's been around for just hundreds and hundreds of years, but we're just now getting really into devices that you could apply to the body. But if you get a chance, the next Biohackers World Conference is coming up in Los Angeles. It's March 29th and the 30th. But if you're in Florida, or if you're in Texas, or if you're close, if you can just drive to the different conferences, perhaps get an Airbnb, it's a worthwhile experience just to go do. Pack up, get some fellow biohackers. And that's another thing, is the people at this conference are extremely friendly, where you can walk up and you can talk to people about their different biohacking experience. I met one gentleman who was from England, who travels the world to different biohacking conferences. So it's great to just talk to the speakers, to talk to the attendees, check out the equipment. And everybody is talking about the latest technology and the latest trends. I'll put a link to all these websites in the chat or in the notes themselves. Feel free to reach out to me about different events that are coming up, and I'll talk with you next time. Thank you.